Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring HopCat.
I hope Mario doesn't pop today.
Little Z.
I have recently had a new #1 most viewed video.
Poppet 1.
I got nothing.
And Director Cogger.
Here's a sync for me later.
Ooh, little sync of the audio and the video.
Yeah. That's why I realised. Then I didn't want to stop the intro. Well, maybe we should have.
Yes, I
I have
fumbled.
nothing.
Yeah, we got Mario
fumbled.
pop.
Yeah, look forward to a great podcast today. We've all got a lot to say by the sounds of it, Jordan.
I have a fair bit to
No,
say.
I'm only joking. There's just getting put on the spot and saying what's an interesting thing in one sentence is one of the hardest things
You
in the
don't have
world.
to say something interesting.
Oh, I know, I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
me-
just say something next time.
Neither did Jordan.
Hopefully. That's just your thing from now on. Oh, sorry. I have nothing.
Jordan's always got a good question of the week, though.
I do have a question. I was going to spoil my
Should we
question in the
start
thing.
with the Pop 1 question of the week?
I think we maybe
do that.
should.
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's the Poppet 1 question of the week.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
the
Sorry.
boomers were right and
With?
it's easy to just live?
What do you mean?
Like, it actually was harder back in their day.
No.
No.
Like we are just spent buying too many avocados. That thing.
No.
Oh, like, do you think it's actually easy to buy a house?
The boomers are out of touch.
Yeah. Like if you could just live like how they did in the 60s and you'll be perfectly fine.
I think
No.
it's somewhere in the middle of both. My thoughts.
Yeah, I think it is actually really hard for people to, like minimum wage is definitely lower than what it was back in their day, like compared to the price of things, inflation and all that. But then
Compared to what?
House prices especially is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like before, people would...
Oh, actually, that's true. Houses right now are crazy.
And
The
like,
whole
if you think
thing-
about it, a good way to compare it is like how many hours of, or how many, like, what's the average salary and what's the house price, and then see how many years you have to work to be able to afford a house, and just compare those two, and then you have a pretty good answer to your question.
But it seems kind of similar, maybe.
It's not.
what do you think we
Hang
could
on,
be doing
sorry.
better?
What do you mean?
I'll do some
Because
research. You
Honestly,
guys
I had
discuss.
another
Peter
question.
just hit you with a fact and you said, nah, not really.
No, but it might not have been. He's looking it up.
That's true.
But it just seems like we buy so many things.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
That's also
the
true.
real question was, it's like travel is actually a new thing that I didn't think about.
Yeah, sure.
How people are like, oh, we should travel. It's like that never existed at like probably 2 generations and then forever onwards.
Yeah,
My
pretty much.
parents,
Yeah, 2. The one
Boomers.
before them.
what?
What's 2 generations? Like your parents' parents.
Yeah, your grandparents.
They never would have traveled.
Oh, yeah, but they're... So, that's not what you said. You said boomers.
Oh, in my head, boomers were like grandmas.
No, boomers are your parents.
Oh, really?
They're the
Pretty
baby
much,
boomers. That's
yeah.
why there's so many of us dickheads, because they
Oh.
had lots of babies.
What's before the boomers?
The war.
The wars. The wars.
Okay, keep this number in mind.
Well,
Yeah,
Okay,
go
okay.
ahead.
I need to remember this.
So can I maybe
The
clarify on the war people first?
The
No,
median,
no.
The
We're
median
letting
house
that go.
price in Perth in 1970
Mm-hmm.
was $18,000. And let me just look up the wage.
18. And I think our house price is like 500.
18!
So what's that? 20 times. No way wages have gone up 20 times.
Hmm?
Yeah, exactly.
Has wages gone up 20 times?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. That disproves your point.
It's
The average wage in the mid 1970s was around 6,000. So you needed to work for
3 years.
about 3
Right.
years to be able to buy a house up front, which now it's like, what?
What's the
What's
average
the
wage
average
now?
salary? That's the wage now. So what was it? 6? Did you say 6?
Cut
It's
out
probably
this
like
math,
60.
but we're going to crack the code.
So it's probably
right
like double
here.
actually. It's probably double. Yeah, it's crazy.
mm-hmm.
Well, there we go.
Wait, let's get the facts.
But I was just thinking because everyone's like, oh, we should travel.
91,000 for average
91?
Perth salary.
That's a lot
So-
higher than I thought.
That is a lot higher than I would have
91,000.
But the average
So
house
it's gone
is
up
not
15 times and the house has gone up.
Yes. So
What?
it's not too far off, but it is far off.
The average
Yeah.
house is not 270. Because remember, the average takes into account the real
The rich
expensive
people.
ones.
I was just
The
imagining
average might be like
you
600.
could just maybe someone who's not me, maybe this could be a video for you, Zach. Just live like you live in the 50s and you'll be so rich for 50s people.
What do you...
and you'll
You're
be
the
rich.
one that
He's saying like there's so much unnecessary purchasing we do. Like we buy coffee every day as a society.
Why are you saying this is an
restaurants.
idea for me and not you?
I'm pretty sure that.
'Cause
that
you're
like
the
it's a
YouTube
good
guy.
idea. I'm not
you're the YouTube guy. What the fuck are you?
I lived like it was the 50s.
You did rollerblades.
Yeah,
50s
that's true.
should
It is
be
something you would
easy.
do, Zach, actually. But it is a stupid thing for Jordan to say you do it, but it's a good idea.
But like, if you live like you're in the 50s, you'll be so because they never went traveling. Probably never went to restaurants.
No, they wasted their money just as much as you do.
On what?
I don't think so.
Beers.
Horses.
Dude, these people are the people who, like, you know, the people that go to the pub every week and, like, you know,
Or beers could have been.
they
that could
only,
be
like,
it.
go to the pub, like, every day instead
No,
of
what
having a
about the
beer at home.
God-believing? Oh, they still drink.
You know what's kind of
You're
interesting?
going to save some money if you're Amish, Jordan, sure.
Okay, yeah.
You
While-
still can save money now. by
No
doing
travel,
that.
no beers, no partying, no cars, no nothing. I live in a barn. It's perfect. I've saved so much money.
And then you'll be rich.
Yeah, do that. Fucking
And then
Jordan,
you'll
go
be a
for
rich
it.
50s
No, you
people.
won't be rich because you will have all this money and then inflation will just make it irrelevant.
He's an
Yeah.
Amish investor.
Got to put it in stonks. Yeah.
Amish investor.
Nah, it's got talking to grandparents, and then they were saying like, "Oh yeah, travel wasn't really a thing. Restaurants, nah." It's like, oh, so we got some new things.
Yeah,
I
there is a
think-
lot more stuff we spend money on.
Yeah,
But weren't cars really expensive back in the day? Like people would save up and then
Surely.
waste their money on a car because they were new. And now you can get second-hand cars for quite cheap, and
cars,
Maybe.
you know. But it's like, it's interesting that houses only go up in price, but like new technology, like computers, were only for rich people. Now everyone's got a smartphone.
Maybe they had to spend money on like feeding their horses and stuff. They had like lots of
I
carrots.
don't think your grandparents have horses.
Well, Zach said you can't afford a car. What else you do? Walk? Then you have to buy new legs every
exactly,
week.
they're balling.
Yeah, I just don't
Cars
think
were
no one
like
went
before.
anywhere, right?
Yeah, where
just
would you
kinda-
go?
You just had to live in your town, and if you could walk, then that was
Because you
great.
could be like, "I'm coming over." Like, how would you do that? You have to send the
bike,
mail
Probably.
Send the mail.
and
What do
then
you
say,
mean?
"I'm coming." Like, because okay, so I'm gonna go to your house.
What year is it?
No, now
Okay.
I say, "Hey Jackson, I'll come over."
Yep.
No.
Hey, no worries. Come on over.
Jackson,
now,
you wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
You'd say I'm busy.
no, you come on
you
over.
are the one
It's
on
a
one.
very unrealistic. I'm not immersed.
But 50s,
Yeah.
I would never go.
Why not?
Because how?
How is he going to say, can I come over? You'd have to send a mail, like a letter.
Oh, you just do when you talk to them. You say, "I'll come over Monday." At
Yeah, you actually
4
organize
o'clock."
things, hey?
Oh, when you see them, it's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you.
I
Oh,
would have so many people turning up at my house, and I'm like, "Oh, did we organize that? Yeah, I guess come in." It's like not ready at all.
yeah. But I feel like your brain wouldn't be as we have so many things to worry about now
Yeah, that's true.
that just doesn't really exist back in there.
Double
as well.
question of the week.
Go on.
Nothing smells good.
What do you mean?
Not a question.
I disagree. It's
Little
not,
steak.
not a question.
Why
Why does,
question.
why does nothing actually smell good?
What do you mean?
Have we invented smelling good?
What are you talking
What
about?
smells good? That's
Flowers.
in nature.
Yeah, flowers.
They
smell-
don't.
Honey.
Honey does.
No.
What do you mean flowers don't?
When do you smell a flower and say, "Ooh, so nice"?
People do
When
that.
I smell a flower.
Yeah, I do that.
People do
No
that
way.
all the time.
It smells nice.
When you give someone flowers,
What about like mint?
they don't go, "Ugh." They say it's good.
it smells nice.
What about mint or
No,
something
guys,
like that?
stop giving him information. I'm convinced Jordan is an alien sent to Earth to discuss. Like,
Oh.
he's trying to get information out of us about the human race. He's like, so smells that are good. And he's tracking it.
Nothing smells like you
What
don't
about
walk around and
cooking
smell
meat?
good.
Cooking meat.
Exactly, but that we invented cooking meat.
If we didn't invent the meat,
What?
But
What?
no, because why doesn't just meat smell good? Like I should
yeah.
just walk around and I'd be like, cows are over here. I should just be able to smell it, but they smell shit.
it's because
Okay.
they shit.
Exactly. They should smell good. And then I
The
kill
cow's
them.
Don't you
defense
think-
mechanism.
Don't you
against
think like
humans.
fruit smells really nice? I think
Nah, I've
berries
never smelled
smell
a fruit.
really good.
I didn't-
I haven't eaten fruit. I forgot that.
Guys, he's never smelled a fruit. Can we move on?
When you smell fruit, I don't smell anything, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like I should be able to walk into the
He's
kitchen
a
and I'm like,
robot.
banana.
Is your nose decorative?
yeah.
It is a bit stuffy.
It's a big decoration, if so. It's not even doing anything.
It's the centerpiece of the room.
Sorry.
But I'm just saying, like a fruit bowl should smell nicer.
It does. I think it smells great. Fruit smells
When was the
excellent
last time
to
you
me.
smelled your fruit bowl?
Okay, what
Jordan?
about
maybe
like,
you
you know
need to?
Maybe
an
I'll give it a
orange?
sniff.
And you can smell the rind of an orange. It's not even
A
like
little
after
bit.
you've cut it open.
that is
Orange.
So good.
It's
You know,
nice.
bad questions this week. We shouldn't
Well,
have started.
there was only
Question.
one question.
We shouldn't
Yeah.
have started.
One was just a wrong statement. Well, I suppose. I guess that's up to you.
A lot
but-
of things do smell bad. You're right.
Yeah.
I reckon on average things smell bad.
Yes.
On average.
And other than we've invented things like now, like a cooked meal smells good as well.
But
Yeah.
like if you go out
Candles.
into the in the forest, like just the fresh air smells good in a forest,
Yeah.
like pine.
I'm dumb. We should move on.
Wow.
How many episodes did it take for Jordan to say this?
Maybe stores use that, like Dusk and that sells candles.
Yeah.
Then you're walking past and then you pick up on the scent and you're like, ooh, track it down.
Well,
Bit of
that's what's the sandwich thing called? Subway.
Holy
Subway?
shit,
They
you're right.
spraying the scent.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No
Really?
way.
I
The
believe
bread
it.
Subway
smell.
Yeah,
manufactures the Subway smell.
I believe it's partly
No,
manufactured.
I think it's just because they cook their bread.
No,
in-
I
I
think this is
believe it. It
real.
does
I think
smell
they have like a
strong.
scent thing
Wow.
that is like smells that you can
human
smell it from
beings
so
are like-
far away.
I could fanging for a foot long. They're like
Have you
fucking
made this
tracking
up?
it
Do you
down.
know
No,
this for a
let me
fact?
look this up.
Bro,
I'm
Starbucks should do the
95%
same
sure.
thing with their beans. They probably do because you can always
Coffee,
see like
yeah.
3 Starbucks. But then like if you can't, then you got to just sniff one out because it'll probably be nearby.
Caffeine does smell in a good way. Like you could smell it.
You mean
that's the
coffee, not caffeine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the chemical caffeine has a particular
yeah.
smell. It might. I don't really know. I never smelt it by itself.
Jack's doing some
Alright, we're
research
getting-
on the
we're getting some
subway.
quick research.
Okay, what it is apparently a conspiracy theory about Subway
Ooh.
spraying this scent.
Because I can't believe this.
And you've
Yeah.
spread it.
I've spread it.
Well, it could be real. That's all a conspiracy is, right? It's like
Yeah, the Earth
The
could be
new-
flat.
the new
This guy emailed
Thing?
like all these Subway stores and all of them didn't reply about it.
Wow,
Oh,
that
that
confirms
is-
it
yeah,
then.
that's a fucking
confirmed.
cover-up.
Confirmed.
We should go to Subway for lunch today and ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, what's that smell by the way, man? What's going on?
Surely,
I don't know.
there's no way that this is real if it's a conspiracy theory. Because how many people have worked at Subway?
Yeah, it would
Do
have
you
been
think
leaked.
that all the 14-year-olds who are making the
Someone
world's
would've
most dog
leaked
shit
it.
sandwich are keeping the secret?
No.
Like, there's no way this is real.
Bro, they're not even fucking cutting my bread well.
I know. These people are not, like, smart enough to keep the secret for their
The
entire
aliens
life.
have been coming out though. Have you seen that?
I did see
the
that.
aliens.
Which
Aliens are
aliens?
confirmed. That's good.
The
Yeah.
aliens.
What are they doing? I
Hang
have
on,
not heard
wait,
this.
start again.
Get me
Aliens
up
are
to speed.
confirmed by the US government.
Oh, great.
Get
They're
me
talking
up to
about it in
speed.
court. I don't know this. Do you know? Can we have the poos?
Oh, yeah, we can have the poos.
The poos.
That's the Peter,
Peter
News,
News.
for those that are new.
This guy in under oath, so he's like, I swear on the Bible, which is, it's meant to mean something. You know, it depends.
No
your
one
point of
lies
view.
in court.
Does he
Yeah,
have
nobody
any?
lies in court, exactly.
Who's this guy? Does he have credentials first?
I think
off?
he's a
Yeah,
US government
it's-
official.
Okay.
No. It's the pilots for like the U.S. military, and then did you see? Like
people
a
that
few
chill
years
at
ago,
Area
they released
51.
all the footage
Yeah.
of like these UFOs that they didn't understand,
and then,
and then now it's being brought up in court, and the same
Wait,
people.
who
are,
released the UFOs? This. How has this news not
NASA.
made it to me?
because it's America, they just are crazy.
But so
They
you don't
do
think it's
something
real?
like this
You
every
don't think
week.
it's real?
I
No.
don't get it. Nah, it's real.
I think it's all just a bit unconfirmed.
They're just like, oh, we have bodies in storage, and they're like, are these human or non-human? He's like, non-human. It's like,
It's a bear.
it's a bear.
They found Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's me.
I don't know.
flippers.
I saw this, heat maps where it's like, it shows you how many times something hits by lighting up that part of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's UFO sightings of the world.
yeah, I saw
and
that.
America is a Christmas tree, and the rest of the world is just in dark. So I'm like, so either the aliens really like America, or there's something going on with their culture that's obsessed with it.
Yeah,
Well, if
3
you look
years
at the
ago.
if you look at the movies, aliens are always going to America.
Yeah.
You got like
Independence
Independence Day.
Day.
You got
Yeah,
Iraq.
true. They
All the
don't,
worlds.
they don't just visit like Chile. You know.
Yeah. That's what I liked about
And if they-
Arrival, because they were everywhere. They were in random places everywhere in Arrival. That
Yeah,
was
but
actually
who
good.
was
Arrival.
the main character?
It's a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Who was the main character, Peter?
No,
An
American people.
American.
But that was the American people, but they had to go against the Chinese people who also had a UFO. So, it's something.
That's
Gotta go
exciting.
against the
I don't think I've seen
Chinese.
any alien movies
You should watch Arrival. It's a really, really good movie.
Yeah, it actually is.
except for what's the stupid one?
Oh,
Alien vs Predator.
the shrimps.
No.
District 9.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
That's what
Oh,
I was
that's a good one
thinking
too.
Prawns.
of. Prawns. That's what I was trying.
It's like Ted. You know the movie Ted? Is this entertaining?
The bear.
Anyway.
Oh, the Martian one.
Yeah, yeah.
the comedy. I don't know
But
it.
he's like a homie.
Oh, Mars Needs Mums.
No.
No.
Okay.
What is that?
It's like a word
that's
like
a movie.
it's like Barry or something like that. Anyway, this is not interesting.
Paul.
Paul, let's
Thanks,
go.
Cooper Gaper. Thanks, Cooper
Yes.
Gaper in the
Oh,
chat.
everyone's coming
Everyone's
through.
Paul. The chat's popping off with
Holy
Paul.
shit.
Guys, join the Patreon if you want to correct us on our terrible thoughts.
But yeah, the Pentagon released footage 3 years ago of UFO footage, and then now it's being brought up in court, and they're talking about it.
But you do have to understand the definition of a UFO, right?
Yeah, you just don't know what
Unidentified
it
flying
is.
object. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
spaceship.
Could it just be a frisbee that someone threw?
Yeah.
Is that
No, no,
technically
If
a
it's
UFO?
unidentified,
Yeah.
well, that is a
as
UFO.
soon as you said
Yeah.
it's a frisbee, then it's no longer a UFO.
But it was
Okay.
this thing that they were tracking with military like jets and shit that came up on their radars, and then they were like trying to follow it, and it was too fast for them.
I think that these things are much more likely to either be a different country's military thing or
That's
just
surely-
radar not working properly or like a misreading. I don't. Okay, here's my take. If aliens were real, they wouldn't just come and fly a spaceship down and then just come and
Whoop,
pick
whoop,
people
whoop.
up. They'd do something either much more drastic or much less drastic. They wouldn't just do weird sus stuff.
Well, no, but they might be doing something less drastic. They're just picking up information.
Yeah, maybe
Case
they
in
don't see
point,
with eyes.
Maybe one of them's just asking what we smell and why nothing smells
but
good.
if they had the technology to travel from another star system, we wouldn't be able to detect them.
I bet they wouldn't smell flowers.
But what if they see differently, and then
They
they
did
don't
drop
know
off
that we can
Jordan,
see
and that
them?
was their biggest fail.
No, that's a success. We're
No, but he's giving them
broadcasting this
away.
podcast back to like Mars or
Yeah,
some shit.
I'm getting all the evidence. Every
Yeah.
time I ask a question of the week, all the analysts in the alien fucking.
That's why they don't
like,
really make sense because it's translated from alien.
Is that why we got the podcast together? You got the three most generic white guys around you. It's like
must study.
they speak for all white people.
We found them.
Although isn't the average person like a Chinese man?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
How many Chinese podcasts are there? How many other aliens have you dropped down in China?
So many.
Yeah, how many brothers do you
But
have over there?
they've kept it secret.
Wouldn't the average person be like maybe 1/5 Chinese, but they'd also be like 1/5 Indian and like?
Yeah, I don't really know what the average
be a
person.
large
What do you
amount
define
of-
by
No, but
average? You mean
average.
mean or median person?
Yeah.
I mean, like if everyone put their DNA in like a big mixing cauldron, and we like mixed it up, and then like got everyone's DNA.
That's
and
called
just-
bukkake, Zach.
Yeah, and just spliced it together. So if we got a real big one of those, what's the scientific term? Bukkake. We get a big one of them.
When you get a lot of
Okay.
DNA, just mix it all
Scientific, yeah.
together.
And then
That's
we'll be like the TikTok guy that mixes together 40,000 eggs to make pasta.
I've never
But-
seen that.
Wait, really?
What?
He makes pasta, and every time he makes it, he doubles the egg yolks, and he's up to 10,000.
What
But
are
we'll
you
be-
watching?
We'll be like that, but with like 3.5 billion eggs.
Yeah,
And then same thing with bukkake, as Peter said.
sperm.
Mix them together, and we'll get the average human.
When we get lots of humans,
Nah.
And then you do
no.
multiple generations of that, and then you eventually get the
Whoa.
most like average human.
surely reverse Adam and Eve it. That's how you figure.
What does that mean?
Oh, you're back to the start.
Well, like they were the first.
Nah,
humans.
but we've deviated.
Have you read
since
the
then.
Bible, Peter?
Oh, sorry,
You
my bad.
idiot.
Jackson,
My bad.
we've deviated since then.
Oh.
So obviously, Adam and Eve, well, apparently according to the Bible, do we know what color they were, what race or
Oh, do
anything?
you reckon if
Never.
aliens?
That's big news.
But it gets a bit confusing because they only had sons.
Do you reckon aliens could save the world if they make a new Bible?
So
Because the
wait,
Bible was working
Hang
for a
on,
long
there's
time.
so much going on here. Only sons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got a wife from the land of Nod.
What's that?
I don't know. Haven't you read the Bible, mate? You tell me.
Is that like Noddy? Used to love that book.
Yeah, they smash Noddy, and that's the next generation.
So you're telling me that if I want, I can
Yep.
get with a guy and have a kid if I try hard enough?
No, you
Yeah,
need
the
They did it
Bible
in the
says that.
Bible.
no,
the
you
Bible
need the
does
wife
say
of
that.
Nod, don't you?
Oh, I gotta find some chick from
Who
Nod.
is Nod?
Anyway,
Where
what were
is
you
Nod?
saying, Alien? I mean, Jordan.
I was saying, that if the aliens make a new Bible, could that save
Yeah.
us? Save
Yeah.
the world? Because the Bible is the best self-help book ever. If you think
Yeah,
about
but they
it.
just need an updated version.
Because now there's so many self-help books. It's like, man, they used to just be one and it worked. But now it's like,
There's
I don't really
that's
believe
not
that.
really true. There was one. There's
No,
different.
no, it's. I mean,
There's been some bangers, you know?
What
The
do you mean?
Quran, the
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah.
That's like, everyone's like, yeah, this book. Nowadays, that doesn't really happen. It's like,
Imagine
oh,
if
this
you tried to come
10
up with a
million books.
religion back in the day and it just didn't caught on.
Surely
That
that
would
happens
happen
all the
loads of
Like
time.
there's like the Quran and the Bible, and then oh man, I want to get someone's like religion that just like was shit.
Failed.
isn't that
They're
just
like
cults?
yeah,
Yeah,
kind
I
of,
guess
but
so.
like, but one that's like actually just really trying to be good. They're just trying to be the new Bible, and it might be way better than the Bible, but they just can't get it popular. You
Well,
know?
there's loads of like sects of religion, isn't there? So like people do have their own spin on the Bible, and they
Yeah.
like I like this part, not this
yeah,
part.
isn't
so
there like Anglican
yeah, there's
stuff?
the
It's like-
Catholics. And
I thought there was
all
no
that.
sex before marriage.
Nice.
But if an alien makes a Bible, or something, then we'll be like, we'll probably believe that.
Are you sending this to the mothership right now?
I'm just saying.
Guys,
If we theoretically made a Bible, would you guys read it and
Obviously,
worship
there's
it?
some big issues with the Bible, but for the most part, it was
All
working.
right, quick. 7 Commandments. What's you writing? What's first
Yes,
page?
No, just the
Please.
same ones.
Jordan's 7
The
commandments.
same ones. The same ones.
As what? The Bible?
Pretty much, other than the whole no gay
Can
thing.
you format them in thou shalt?
Thou
And the
shalt
7
be okay to be gay.
Okay, well that's one of your
That's
7.
the first one?
Yeah,
Jordan,
sure.
Number one.
Number 1. Thou
That's one
shalt
of your
be
7.
okay to be gay.
You could have said it's okay to be who you are. You just fucked up. Now you're gonna have to do a separate commandment for people that are trans.
Oh my god.
People that identify as
That's
nothing.
so true.
Asexuals, like you fucked it.
Yeah, you might need to get Zach on as a religious
Maybe you can be the
consultant.
prophet. And
Yeah,
I-
Zach is the PR manager. That's basically what a
That's
prophet
what a prophet is.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
the PR manager
I'll
of God.
translate.
Okay, so you feed in your idea and Zach will
First
sort
commandment:
it out.
Thou shalt be free to be who you are.
Great.
Oh, but what if you're Hitler?
Thou shalt not be Hitler. That's number 2.
No, but he falls into thou shalt not kill.
Well,
I haven't
he
made
hasn't
that
done
yet.
that one yet. He might not do
Is
it.
that one coming?
Well, kill what?
Oh, good.
It's complicated.
Thou shalt not kill
the
other
Bible's hard
humans.
to make, actually, isn't it?
Come
Yeah.
on, second commandment.
You do one thing and it's like it could be taken too far or too little.
Yeah, that happens
That's
a
the
lot.
issue, I guess.
You've
Guys-
used 2.
I've used to.
Episode 80's coming early. This is great.
What's the second one?
Thou shalt not be Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Unless do you want to make that not kill?
No,
other
number
humans?
3, number 3.
Number 3.
Okay.
Thou.
Well, don't forget you got Zach if you need to use him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it is.
Whisper to
first.
Zach what the idea, and then Zach can put it into
No, I
words.
say
No,
it and
you
then
can't
Zach's
think
the
of a
translator.
single other thing people shouldn't do.
Thou
Or should do.
Or should
Okay,
do.
thou shall eat vegetables.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, we'll just keep it the same. Thou
Imagine
shalt eat vegetables.
you're like an Inuit hunter who only gets to eat seals because you don't get
The
vegetables.
problem, it's so
and you're just
tough
like, I'm
to
going to
make.
hell now. This religion sucks.
Okay, thou shalt not eat fast food. How about that?
Why is religion defining what we eat? I guess pork is.
So fast
That's
food's
the whole,
gone.
why is it defining anything to help you live a nice, happy
Yeah, no,
life?
Jordan he's onto something.
Okay, thou shalt eat healthy. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, thou shalt eat
Covers
healthy.
both of those bases.
Yeah, but
Dude,
it's
what
too
if you're a
vague.
guy named Hitler that likes McDonald's? You're not signing up to this religion, are you?
Anyway, who cares? We're moving on.
No, you got 4. You got 3 left.
Fucking hell.
Just finish them off.
Thou shalt be nice.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Zach? All right.
Thou shall be thou shall think of themselves as an ant.
Can you elaborate on that?
No, we
Like-
need to move on.
Like,
Please,
like,
no
like you can't be too
elaboration.
self-centered.
Just
like,
smash them
equal.
out.
Think
Just
of
say,
yourself
yeah.
as the hive
Think of
mind.
yourself as smaller.
Think of yourself as the
Oh,
hive mind.
as
Be
if-
humble, I think is what he's saying.
Remember, you're part of a society.
Do you want to translate that, or are we leaving that as is?
Nah, just think of an ant.
Yeah.
Okay,
great.
and then thou shall
Ask for consent.
that
That kind of comes under the ant umbrella, Zach.
And the
sorry.
being nice.
the ant umbrella is huge. Actually,
It's a good rule, that
It is
ant
a good
one.
rule. It's, that's pretty perfect. You know, don't want too
We
many
only
I
need
rules.
think we only
Five
need one
commandments.
Too many
commandment.
rules.
Thou shalt be an ant.
And then you're fine.
Ants
They're
don't
doing
kill
great.
other ants in their hive. They
They
work for the
do a
queen.
bit of talking by vomiting into each other's mouths. Can we do one for that, maybe, just to cover
Oh,
us?
Thou
thou
shalt
shalt
not
use
baby
language. Yeah,
Use language.
I
They don't vomit
realized.
into each other's mouth.
Don't they?
No.
Oh, that bees.
That's birds.
That's birds feeding their young.
I thought that. What's the insect that
Are you
does
talking
that?
about giving off pheromones?
Nah, it's like you talk to each other. Like, "Ugh."
Because ants communicate with pheromones.
I might be making this up. Well, it's a bit of the Subway conspiracy.
There's
theory.
another Jackson's on the misinformation
No,
train today.
they're not misinformation. It's conspiracy theories. That's how you disguise your misinformation.
Jackson, did you
Smart.
just get off from the toxic gossip train at Misinformation Station?
I sure did.
What is that a reference to?
The apology video.
Colleen,
Oh,
okay.
Jordan.
toxic gossip.
I didn't know. That.
Yeah, I think Jordan's religion is just antism.
Antism.
Sorry,
Realism.
Yeah.
That's
It could
good.
work.
Jordan, it's like, are you into religion? You're like, I'm anti-religion. As in, I'm
love that.
anti.
Yeah.
Like my religion is anti.
But we need like if
I'm agnostic.
because the problem is like you don't believe in a god, but if the aliens are there, then you believe in them probably. I believe in an alien.
Are they your gods?
No, but they could say something, and I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Are they telling you to say this right now?
Shut up. It
Oh.
could work. Oh.
Carpenter ants throw up on each other to say hello.
Ooh.
There you go.
Wow.
Jackson Googling that in the background to be right. Okay. So we'll all be ants and we'll all throw up on each other instead
No, it
of
was that.
using language.
Did you fix that in the commandments or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. Use language.
No, there was only one
Well,
commandment.
that is language. It's just their language. Which, and you also said think like an ant.
Oh god.
I think we only had one commandment, so you can choose which ant. If you want to be a carpenter ant, go for it.
Is that why we have emotions?
So we don't throw up on each other.
No, because you can't think. I realize you can only think with language.
No,
so
they
before
weren't a thing.
No,
with
you can
language,
think
you
without
can't-
language.
It's
I
pretty
don't
hard.
think with language
I don't
at
think
all.
with language. It's definitely some
It's
people
like
do.
a conceptual thing. I don't think I will go to the shops.
No, but like objective, whole like big thinkings.
No, like some people just like this is legitimately a thing. Some people think in words and some people don't.
Whoa.
Like some people think in like pictures, or some people just have vague ideas
You
that
don't think
wander around.
You don't think in words?
No,
That's
No.
crazy.
I have whole monologues in my head.
I kind of do sometimes, but only when I'm about to talk.
Ah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
I feel like,
Like
you don't
my-
do that
no,
enough.
but you have an objective thought that's like, say, moral, like a moral thought.
Yeah.
It's so easy with language.
What do you mean?
Like,
Give us one.
be like ants, like good to treat the neighbor, whatever, the golden rule, that thing. Without language, it's so hard to think of.
I think that's how your brain works. I don't think everyone's brain works the same as
Whoa,
yours.
That's crazy.
It's like have you seen the thing of like how
You can
well
say
can you
that again.
visualize an apple? Do you guys want to do this
Yep.
experiment right now?
Let's do it.
Okay, I've never done
Well,
this.
If it's a
If I
visualization
ask you to picture an apple
and do
in
this
your
at home
head,
as well.
Do I
Yeah,
close
Sorry,
my eyes?
listeners?
you can close your eyes. You don't have to.
Okay, let's start again. I'm gonna close my
Okay.
eyes.
If I asked you to picture an apple in your head on a scale of you cannot even imagine the picture, as in it's just a thought, it's not even a picture, to a picture perfect, realistic apple, if 0 is completely no image and 5 is photorealistic real life, what number would you be able to give your apple?
Maybe a 6 or a 7.
I said 0 to 5.
This guy's good.
Whoa.
We can go 0 to 10. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's 0 to 5.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you went with a
You said
6
1
or a
to 10.
7.
Well, what's that? Like 3? A
Yeah?
3.
I'll get like 3.5 or 4. I think I'm alright.
I'm at a 0.
You-
So you
see-
don't know image.
Yeah. So people are so different, and it's so
Whoa.
hard to understand.
That's crazy.
I think I'm probably like a 2.5 to a 3. Like it's just like it's red, it's blurry, but it's not like it doesn't have a background. Like it's very confusing.
Mine's like the concept of an apple,
That's so
if
weird.
that makes sense.
yeah. But some people are 5. Some people like can actually just like completely
Maybe mine's a 5. I was picturing
I
it in a
think I
bowl with a little
overestimated
thing.
mine.
visualize it. Yeah.
Well, no one can check, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
You can lie about this
7.
one.
I'm starting to think you're at 1, Zach.
Yeah, no, I've got a room full of apples there. Each one's got
Yeah.
photorealistic detail.
Different kinds of apples.
Yeah,
everything.
got some Granny Smiths, got some pink ladies.
Yeah.
But it's like, say you're like, okay, as a concept, you're like, okay, I should not punch someone in the face
Yeah.
because it would hurt them
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
But then when it's just feelings, it's just like, you just have to listen to the feelings.
Yeah, you just punch them.
How else do you think of it?
This alien's got us good this week. He's got all the questions, doesn't he?
Like, say you don't have emotions, how do you think?
Logically.
But how do you say that? How do you have that thought?
It's just terrible hypothetical.
What do you mean?
What if chairs weren't invented? How would we have chairs? Well, we wouldn't.
We
It
also
wouldn't be
had-
invented.
And we have no idea.
You're countering.
What do you mean?
You're saying like, oh,
I'm saying if you have no language whatsoever, you grow up without language, are you kind of just you need emotions?
What about people who are deaf?
Mm.
Do they think in hands, doing shit in front of their brain? Like you can
Maybe.
still think.
Maybe.
It's like
Maybe.
I think Jackson's got a few
Segment.
games
Do you have a
this week.
segment,
I do have a
Jackson?
couple of games.
Can we get
Well,
to that?
one game and one segment. What do you want
Ooh.
first?
Let's
Game.
play a game.
Let's play a game.
What's the game?
Ready for the game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's called hype, fake hype, or lame.
Oh, so should we give the context of Peter's video?
Yeah,
Just
give us
give a
a.
brief overview of the
If you
video.
haven't go watch it now. I spent a lot of time on it. Basically, I was talking about how hype, what makes something hype versus fake hype versus lame, and how it's a bit of an arbitrary concept, and how the whole thing makes kind of no sense.
Which is not great for this game because we have to
But-
decide one.
The point is that it's completely subjective, so there's no
Yeah.
wrong answers in this game.
So yeah,
We
hype
can
is,
yell at each other though.
hype is
Ah.
like something that you think is just like, well, obviously hype, but lame is something that everyone is just like, oh, boo. But hype lame is what you think.
No, fake hype.
Fake hype is like,
Something that you think is lame, but people think is hype.
but you think it's lame not because it's lame, but oh yeah, it's because it's lame.
Yeah, good one, Jordan.
Peter,
Thanks
you-
for clarifying.
What
I
is the
didn't
difference
make this
between
video.
fake hype and
Cut
lame?
out the clarification.
Fake hype and lame
will.
is that people who are lame know they're being lame most of the time.
Yeah,
But they're just trying to win.
right.
Fake hype is where they act like they are being exciting when you know it's not.
Okay, these are things that I've written down 6 things, and we have to, as a group, come to a consensus on whether
Oh, we have
it's
to come
hype,
to a consensus.
fake hype, or lame?
No, we're similar, Brad.
I actually realized that the podcast probably people don't know what fake hype is necessarily. I'll
that's
explain
right.
it better.
Yeah, go on.
So imagine there's the best example is people say it for Captain Falcon in Smash, but
Try and use a non-Smash.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's say in sport,
Yeah.
let's imagine soccer, football,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Let's imagine that you think that kicking a goal from the corner position straight into the goal is extremely cool. Let's imagine that this works.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work.
Someone kicked a goal.
You
that in
think
the World
that's
Cup?
really cool because you curve the ball. And then people go, well, that's not really very exciting. It's kind of predictable and it's kind of just like whatever. Like you're not even using your team.
Yep.
That
and
became
then
the meta.
someone kicks it in and they're like, whoa, isn't that so good? It's like, well, that was just lucky and it wasn't really very exciting. It's like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
It's things that aren't actually exciting, but to the untrained eye might seem exciting.
That's a good good
But calling
explanation.
things fake hype is also kind of elitist in itself. It depends where you sit on the spectrum.
All right, let's do it.
Number 1, roller coasters.
Hype.
Wait, I need to think. Just to make sure. Yeah, hype.
Hype, but I feel sick. I never go on them.
I'm as well hype, but I also
think they're
don't
hype.
like them.
Yeah.
I think they're legitimately quite hype because you can't usually feel that emotion in your day-to-day life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like doing something like a Formula One car would probably be way more hype, but we just don't have access to that.
Yeah.
If I was a Formula One driver, I'd probably say fake hype.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. It depends where you
It's
sit on the
quite
spectrum.
contextual, isn't it?
It depends where you sit. This is a great ad for my video.
Yeah.
Because I was saying like
We haven't had
depends
for
how
my video later.
depends how skillful you are. Depends on what you'd consider hype
Yeah.
and fake hype. That was one of the things that I talked about.
Yeah. I guess it's just going to be... we are all quite similar contextually, so it'll be interesting how we come together.
We're probably a very
But we've done
similar
well.
hypes
We're
and
one
fake
from...
hypes.
That's good.
It's us versus the world, guys, so we're
Yeah.
1-0. Next one. Clapping in a movie theater at the end of the movie.
I've never experienced this. I think that's hype.
I think that's lame.
That's lame.
I think
no,
that's
I
hype.
think Jordan's right.
Oh, no!
I think it's hype.
Because the world's got us.
No,
Where's the cringe option? That's cringe.
yeah, it is cringe, but I'm thinking like it's cringe that it would never happen unless it was actually something hype. I'm pretty sure people clapped when because I went to the premiere here in Perth of the Spider-Man No Way Home, and you know the moment where the spoilers for that movie, if you haven't seen it, but when the other two Spider-Men, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, appear,
Right.
then like I'm pretty sure everyone was clapping,
Right.
and like getting hype
Did you clap?
I think I went like, wow! I was like, I was getting pretty fucking excited about it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the entire theater, because it's a premiere, were like people that cared about the movie.
Yeah.
And it was a massive moment.
So that was
And
hype.
then like, I think that was hype.
Context is important, isn't it, guys?
No, I think
Yeah.
any display of community being ant-like is hype.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Why am I on this guy's team?
It's like you're in an environment where usually it's like there's always a weird thing with people where we're so individual, right? And it's just like you go to the movies, but you're kind of just you don't talk to the person next to you.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
but it's like everyone together as a group has appreciated the same emotion, and it's like more collective.
All right, Jordan, I got a question for you. What about clapping when the plane lands?
Yeah, clapping
Hype.
it all the time. is hype.
Yeah.
No.
How is it bad in any way?
That's their job. Just land the plane.
Yeah, and we should be happy
don't
that
clap for
people
me if
fly
I
through the
park the
fucking
car.
air.
We should.
We should.
And for that,
Okay.
I'm sorry, Peter.
Hey,
should be more
Peter,
clapping.
car driving is actually more dangerous than planes, so
It
we should
is.
be clapping for
Yeah,
you when you park.
But we don't because it'd be fucking weird.
No,
Yeah.
and it would be wholesome. I bet next time you drive, we go, Peter, thank you so much, and we
No,
clap. You'll
I
be
need
like,
you to just
"Hell
start
yeah."
clapping for no. I'm not going to say anything. It's going to be like, well done. It's just going to start clapping.
Yeah.
Can I say I'm thinking about this in the context of I've got a friend who had some like really really bad turbulence and they had to do like 3 laps before landing the plane, and then when they landed everyone clapped. On my usual plane flights no one claps.
Yeah.
But if everyone did, I think it's hype because it would be
Given
for
the
a reason.
adversity.
So it is all about the context, but I think like if the pilot does something dope, like when
If the pilot landed on the Hudson River, if I was
Yeah.
on that plane, then I would clap. But if it's just a landing on a fucking runway, I'm like,
no,
come
you,
on,
you
man.
probably wouldn't clap. You'd be trying to remember like the
exit
airplane
row
safely that
fucking-
you
Yeah.
skipped, and you're like, shit, where was my life jacket? You'd be helping someone else with their mask before yours.
Yeah.
You'd be all over
You're
the
doing all
place.
sorts of wrong things.
Yeah. Make sure to secure your own mask before doing it. Make sure to do that
Losing
before clapping too.
Oh, all this cheering is making me get lightheaded.
It's the laughter is like, here is a whistle and a light for drawing attention. Here is your clackety thing that you have at sports games for clapping.
Blowing in the whistle,
Here's
clapping.
your
the thing.
vuvuzela attached to your life vest.
Trying to tread water, but you can't clap at the same time. You're just desperate. I think hype.
I'm sticking with
I'm
lame.
sticking with lame. So we're
Hi.
1-1 against the world guys.
Yeah, we've been split.
Telling people
Oh, here we go.
how hot your Nando's is.
That is so fake hype.
Do they
That's
have
fake
Nando's?
hype. It's
Do they
so
have Nando's
fake hype.
anywhere?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
global
worldwide, isn't
brand.
it?
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't know if they have it that much
Yeah,
in America.
I'll say fake hype.
Nando's is a chicken place where you can get Portuguese style chicken from either not spicy to mild to hot to extra hot.
Yeah.
So it's like the people that get the extra hot and they're like,
They're bragging
"Oh,
about
mate,
it.
Oh,
like,
dude, they're
yeah.
so annoying.
I don't even find this that spicy. To be
I
honest.
wish they had a one after extra hot. And I'm just like, I get it. You shit yourself. Like, I don't give
Yeah,
a
I'll
fuck.
say fake hype. I'll say fake,
Fake
hype.
hype.
Can you imagine someone that's actually really bad with spice, but they get the extra hot? They're like, "Wish I had it more," and then it cuts to them on the toilet, like crying, fucking sobbing and
Yeah, so
bawling.
just on this note,
So
when
fake hype.
people that can eat spicy foods, do they have a more resilient anus?
You'd get used to it, surely.
How resilient's your anus?
Not at all.
Asking for a friend.
In terms of spice, not quite.
Oh yeah, if I like push myself with spice, I'll feel it twice.
Wait, so what happened?
We've got t-shirts for merch now.
that's a
Zack's
fucking
quotes.
quote. That's a quote. I didn't even plan that.
That's going in the
that was
fucking
good.
brand.
Dude, that's our second merch shirt. First is your quote about art, and now we've got, what was it?
If I push myself with spice, I'll feel it twice.
Brilliant. Anyway, I'm going with fake hype.
It's extremely fake,
Fake
hype. I
hype.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So not
yeah,
lame?
fake hype.
No, it's not lame.
No,
If you
because
enjoy it, you enjoy
They
it.
Yeah.
think they're being hype. That's the thing.
Just
right?
the way
That's
that they
what it
gas
is.
themselves up about it, and you're just like, that's literally the definition of fake hype.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
if you
just
didn't make a
chose-
fuss about it,
yeah.
I'd probably think it was okay.
Yeah.
But you have ruined it by.
I'm
I
with you
think
guys.
I think the lame in that situation is getting lemon and herb.
Yeah, sure.
Oh damn, Zach's gatekeeping fake hype.
So what's the
No,
hype?
because I think if you go to Nando's,
I
you
always
should
get
get
lemon and
peri
herb.
peri. And
Hell no.
I used to get lemon and herb, but now I'm like, well, their whole thing is peri peri, so I'll just get the most mild one. And
I do
like,
agree.
And
I
get,
get
a,
lemon
and get a
and herb.
little bit of
Lemon and
spice
herb.
because that's the authentic. Lemon and herb is the
But
lame.
I'm not
because
into
it's like-
spice.
Lemon and herb has a bit of spice.
I think
about it.
the argument. No, it doesn't.
It does.
The argument is that if you're not into spice, you probably shouldn't be going to this place necessarily, which is like there'd be better places to get a lemon and herb style thing.
But no, that's
Does that
like,
make sense?
That's like saying if you
But
like.
I only go with you
That's like
guys.
saying if you
Yeah.
like camping, you shouldn't play Smash. No, you're allowed to play Smash and you can camp, but I'll just call you lame. Same with going to Nando's and getting lemon and herb. I'll just judge you for it.
Oh, we put it in Smash terms.
So it's
Yeah.
lame.
All right.
Touch grass.
I mean, that's my opinion.
All right, 2-1. We're beating the world again,
We're
guys.
back on
How
top.
you feeling? All right. This one might get some people. Live sport.
Hype.
Live sport.
No, there's so many different.
Going to a
contexts.
stadium to watch live sport.
Oh,
Hype.
hype.
So hype.
Hype.
Watching live sport.
Yeah, at a stadium.
No, going to the stadium. I think that's.
I think in a lot of context, for most people who go, it's fake hype.
Ooh.
That's scandalous. What do you mean?
The people. Oh man, I have an issue with sports fans
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Oh no.
because I love going to watch sports that I enjoy myself.
Like, what would you go see?
Like if I went to America, I'd want to go watch like a highest level ultimate game because I
Yeah.
really understand the game well and I really enjoy watching it for that reason.
Yeah.
But and I also respect that for anyone going to sport. If you're like a football fan, you want to see football.
Yeah.
When people start acting like the team is their like family, then I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Like when they're like, we won. And they're wearing their like team shirt.
But how is that bad? Isn't that a nice sense of
I like
community?
that.
I hate that.
But what's the negative?
Because it's like they don't give a fuck about you. It's a parasocial relationship.
But if it makes them happy, isn't that fine?
What about like when Australia wins, it's like, oh, we won the cricket.
I don't really care.
But do you think that's bad?
I think that there's some amount of national pride with these ones.
What about local pride?
Yeah, I think there's like a degree of that. I just don't really stand by it.
Yeah.
And like someone in chat, teams do care about the fans. You are huffing the copium, Chris. They do not give a fuck about you personally. I'm sorry to tell you.
Not personally, but they do. I think they do.
As one big
Because they need
conglomerate.
their fans to.
The same way you care about your
Yeah,
fans.
you could
No, but
say the
I
same.
genuinely like go and reach out to people, and I've been trying to be
I
much
think
more humble and all
some
this
sport
stuff.
fans do. A lot of sports players actually do.
I know, but I think sports so corporate
Yeah.
that people don't actually care anymore.
Maybe
I think it's too big for.
that could be true.
That's a big statement.
I don't know. I'm not a sports person.
I think it's hype going to the stadium, and I don't think
You get the energy of the crowd.
I don't think you need to know the sport for it to be hype, though. I think it's like when you said, very beginner people watching Smash, and there's like something they might not have seen before, and that's exciting. I feel the same way about like sports. Like I'll just make myself like I'll go there with like an open mind and be like, oh, let's like give this a go and like try and get into it, and I usually have a great time.
Yeah.
But then, like, I just don't like sports enough to go and do that, like, on the reg. But because I don't see it that often, like,
It's
when we
fun.
watched the Soccer World Cup, that was, like, a really fucking good game. And that was, like, such a great experience to go to, like, a bar and watch it with live.
Yeah, it's like
live with
soccer
people.
is in America now, and it's been pretty hype with Messi. Has anyone
Yeah, I
seen
saw
that?
those clips.
Yeah.
They're good. I agree that watching sport is fun. I take issue with the people who make it like a large part of their identity when they
Yeah.
actually have no connection to the sport themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I think do what
I
makes you
agree.
happy, folks.
All right, Jordan.
What about
Killing
people
you
that are-
is going to make me happy. So am I allowed to do that now?
Other than that, that's
Okay,
against the
great.
What about people that
commandments.
are big fans of you? You think they should just chill out?
Nah.
Brilliant. Moving on. Wait,
when
so
they-
what are you going with,
When
Peter?
they watch the Underdogs and they're like, yes, we won, when Peter gets...
HopCat victory.
Peter's like Min and the opponent SDs, and they're popping off. They're like, yes, we got it!
Peter's at a convention, someone rocks up with like a t-shirt that's like a HopCat t-shirt, and Peter's like, fuck off.
Dude, you're a loser. What are you wearing
I
right
don't
now?
think anyone does that. That's
should.
like people understand our boundaries a lot more than they do with sport.
People came to some of my Big Smash Bashes wearing my merch.
That's cool. But it's not like the whole like.
But wait, you just said that was...
No, but they're like playing. They're going because they enjoy Smash. They're not going because they
okay.
just like. And you don't win a match of the Smash Bash, and they're just like, yeah, we won. They don't say that. They're like,
Yeah,
Zack
okay.
won. They understand the boundaries much better.
Spicy.
So what are you going with?
Fake hype.
Oh, the world's catching up
It's
to us.
even,
It's
it's
2-2.
I'm going hype.
Yeah,
I'm
we all
hyped.
went hype except for Peter went fake.
So wait,
hype.
does the world think all of these are hype?
The world just wants us to disagree.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to get to a consensus as a team.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
All
I'm
right,
trying to
T-shirt.
see if society has broken us or not.
This could be a bad take by me, but it's fun to talk about anyway, just to
Well,
not have
thanks-
everyone agree.
Thanks, Peter. Now the world's another point, and you're the only one that disagreed.
Dude, the world is wrecking us. No, it's 2-2. We got this. All right, this one's easy.
In the last one, we could just change our opinions to win.
We have to be. Yeah, true. We need to.
Peter could have just
I
been
stand
like,
by my opinion. I think sport's still hype though. Like,
Yeah.
if like I would want to go watch an AUDL game, and I probably would get behind a team, but I wouldn't be as emotionally invested as I see some people get in something that
Oh.
they have absolutely zero control over.
Yeah, you might have swung me
100%.
around actually. I'm now picturing like a scenario where you're like with friends, and then there's just one friend who's always like, "Come on, yeah," and it's just like,
See,
"Dude,
like-
you're doing nothing."
Friend of the show, Brandon, comes over often and we watch Brisbane and we're like, oh, come on, boys. Yeah, we're like, yeah, we won. It's
Yeah,
fun.
see, it's fun. I'm
It's
back
fun.
on board. Yeah, it's hype. It's hype.
it's
Like I had
hype.
it for 1 second.
Yeah, almost had me.
I just think it's fun. But
Then
I
he
mean,
started thinking like an ant.
Yeah, a very un-and-like moment by me.
team. All right, fake hype, or lame picnics.
Ooh, this one's gonna take.
I think
some
it's
I'm
thought.
gonna be in
It's
hot
hype.
water from the girlfriend if I answer anything but hype on this
Yeah, I
one.
think it's like you're in the nature and you just eat.
Didn't you propose on a picnic?
Yeah, imagine I say
That's
lame.
fucking hype.
Fake hype. Proposals at picnics. Fake hype.
Yeah, I've got to say hype.
Well, man, because the more you see it, the less hype it becomes.
It's kind of overdone
that's the
actually,
thing with
Jordan.
the picnic, just go somewhere else.
Proposing at a picnic, fake hype. Proposing midway through taking a shit, that's hype.
That's hype.
I've not
I
heard of
ain't
that.
seen that shit before.
Never heard of that happening.
It's novel, it's exciting. You're pushing the shitting meta forwards.
I'm paying for it twice.
As the Nando's comes out the other end.
That you bragged about. All right.
One ring gets destroyed while
Oh,
another
shut
ring
up.
gets.
Move on. Less shit jokes,
You
please.
and I just taking in turns. I'll let you win. Picnics. I'm going with hype.
I think picnics might be a little fake hype.
I think they might be a little fake hype.
Not
I
the
think,
world.
like-
They've got us again.
Well, Maddie and Sophie can calm down at picnics now. Every time. Like, oh, I wonder.
Yeah, nobody tells Sophie I said this because I do like going on picnics with Sophie. I've got to say.
No, me too. Not with Sophie. With Maddie.
Me too, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah, you didn't spot me in the bushes.
Yeah.
I would say that like going somewhere nice to specifically set up to have like a picnic and eat in like the one spot. Like maybe you could be doing like a bit more walking around and exploring. Like the picnic shouldn't be the end goal. The picnic should be like a mid stop.
A feature of a trip.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm on board. I agree. We might be doing picnics wrong, so I think it's a bit fake hype because
But
it's
then,
not
like,
optimized.
How do you define a picnic? Because me and Maddie had a cute little like quote unquote picnic, but very different to the usual definition where we like went to the beach at night and just like had food in the back of her car and like had some
it's a
blankets and
That's
that
hype.
to like hear the beach and that. And that was hype.
I think you might have to sit on the floor to be a picnic.
Well,
Yeah,
Holly and
like,
I went.
well, that's
what
what
if
I'm
you have a
saying.
camp chair, like a
I
really
think
low
that's-
fold-out chair?
That's okay.
You got to be out of the
But
car.
it's got to be low.
It's got to be low, yeah.
Like,
if you
a
if you're on
standard camping chair, too high.
maybe, but a stool, forget about it. That's not a
Jackson,
picnic.
But
If it doesn't fold.
this was the only picnic we could have had.
That's what it is. It has to fold, whatever you're sitting on.
Okay.
Did the car
The
fold
car
down?
the car seats folded down.
The
car
how'd you know
seats.
that?
But we couldn't have any other picnic because it was like raining. But then it was nice.
Yeah,
like,
that's okay.
sort of listening to the
Sometimes you
sound
can't
of
have
the
a
beach
picnic,
and the
but I'm
rain.
not giving you. I'm
I
not
think,
awarding
like,
you a picnic.
One of my favorite picnics is like when I did like a hike, and then when you get to the end spot, it's not accessible by the car, so you have to walk to this really nice spot. It's like a hike. You have lunch as like a reward for most of your hike, and then you
that's a crazy
hike back.
picnic.
That's hype.
That's a hype picnic. Fake hype picnic is like, I'm just going to go down to the park next to my house and chuck down a rug and get assaulted by ants. Sorry, Jordan.
They do that. They do that.
They do that. So I'm going with. What are we all going with? Hype.
Oh.
I think I went fake hype.
I think the standard definition of a picnic, I'm going to have to go with fake hype, but it can be hype.
I think there's lots of hype picnics, but like
This conversation.
I know.
It's really funny
It
Sam
feels-
talking about normal things as hype instead
That's
of
what I
gaming
realised.
stuff.
So good.
It's so funny.
I think picnics can't just be hype in general. There needs to be something hype added to it. So like a picnic by
Yeah.
itself is fake hype because you've seen a picnic like too much,
Sure.
like
It
sitting
depends
there
on the
eating
picnic.
whatever. But like then you attach something, then it's like
Yeah, so we're just saying picnic on their own is like it doesn't classify as hype every time.
Is that what you've changed your answer then?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like roller coaster, pretty much always hype.
because
Yeah.
like picnics have been good, but it's like if we every time just went down to the same park and had a picnic, it'd be like, oh, this isn't hype.
Picnics have been good. They've done their job.
They've done their job.
All right.
like-
So what are you going with?
I might go with fake hype.
Oh,
That means
what
I
are you
need
saying?
I need to come over, otherwise the world gets up on us before the last one.
Don't worry about that.
Have you ever had a bag picnic?
It depends
Nah,
on the
I
picnic.
think I think picnics are hype. I'm sorry.
All right, that's
Yeah.
fine. We can. Don't
We
have
got to
all
bring it
agree.
back on the last one. We might need a tiebreaker.
Isn't picnic the funniest word?
Yeah, it is.
Is it just like
Picnic.
if you like look at it and think about it, it's just a hilarious word.
Dancing alone at a party.
Hype.
Hype. So hype.
Gonna have to go with lame.
Oh,
That's so hype. You see, even if it's not you, you see them. You like look at them dance, and it's hype.
I think there's a difference between like dancing alone and like dancing alone.
yeah. Yep.
You know?
There
Ooh,
is.
That's true.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
And what defines which one? Like how do you
Okay.
tell what you're looking at?
So someone like dancing by themselves,
yeah.
and they're like they don't care about the world. They're just having fun. You can't knock someone down when they're just having a good time.
Yep.
And if you say like you look like an idiot, they're like, I don't care, I'm having fun. Like
Yep.
they fucking owned you just then.
Yep.
So someone like that, good. But like if it's just like not the vibe, or someone's like trying to make other people watch you dancing.
Oh,
I'm just coming up with like different scenarios where
that's
it
a
wouldn't
good
be
one.
hype.
That will do it.
If someone is very not self-aware and is just like looking dreadful and they're not confident in themselves and that, then yeah, not hype.
But okay.
Here's my take.
Go on.
If they are owning it so well, why is nobody else joining them?
Well, usually people
They
do.
can't stop watching.
Yeah,
it.
but then there's no dancing alone, is there? they'll be dancing alone for 2 seconds, and then people are like, fuck, this is hype. I'm going to go join them. So is the
like,
fact
is this
that they're alone defining that they're not even hype?
Is this like an
I don't think
extended
so.
1 hour session of dancing alone? Or like
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, if you're dancing alone, if you're starting something, you're not really dancing alone. You're starting something.
I
Right, like a
think here's the
one-man conga line is pretty shit,
Yeah.
but it usually leads to a big conga line.
Exactly.
Here's the situation. Someone gets up and dances by themselves for a whole song that they really like.
Yeah, hype.
Lame.
So hype.
What's the song? It's not like
Whatever they enjoy the most.
Is it
If
like
nobody joins in, they can't have been that high.
is it like a really slow song that they're like swaying to and doing like an interpretive dance?
I think it's a dance song.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm picturing something by ABBA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very hype.
So it's like I've just gotten up and done my whole pre-choreographed in my brain, improvised,
Okay, you might be heading to lame territory.
semi-improvised routine of money, money, money.
Zack, you need to sit down. No way, I've practiced this.
in which I pull off my rip-off pants during it and shit. It's like...
Yeah.
This is a 3-year-old's birthday party, Zack. Sit down.
I think you need to get around it. Like other friends having fun.
The friends are watching you going, you!
Yeah. Hype as fuck.
Peter hates it.
Keep
This is
dancing,
you-
boy.
cringe territory.
No, I think this is one of the ones where like you just need to get on board.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about my opinion.
I'm going with hype.
No. Like for you to have the best experience, like it's only you that's gonna have the bad experience if you're like, ooh, that's cringe.
No,
that's
but
awkward."
I join in if it looks fun. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, there's no... If it's alone, we're not going to let them dance by themselves for a whole song.
But
No,
while
I
they were
would.
alone, it was hype.
I would. If I saw you going crazy by yourself, I'd just be like, look at that man go.
Okay,
Like, I
Peter.
would want you to join in.
Oh, really?
Yes.
If I'm going a bit crazy, just let me be, guys.
Let
That's
him have
my
his
thought.
moment.
Let him cook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
let
Let
him
him cook. Don't get in there. Watch out. It's a freaking
What about in a
splash zone.
situation where it looks like fun, you really want to join in, but you can't? Like you're not allowed to in this situation. You just have to be there.
What
in the same
situation?
space.
This is a very specific situation
It is
where
a
there is
specific-
Okay,
rules.
we're in a situation.
Yep.
Wheelchair convention.
What?
One person who sells the wheelchairs, he's dancing. It's crazy. It's hype.
That's lame. Because
That's
no one...
flexing on him.
He's doing the SpongeBob shuffle, and these people are paralyzed below the waist.
yeah. So say
Guys, check this one out. It looks like my legs aren't even moving while I'm doing this.
Hey, why is no one dancing?
Moonwalk. It looks like I'm not even really walking.
Okay. Yeah, you go to.
Look how many ways I can walk, guys.
You go to a concert. You go to a concert, and the singer is doing crazy moves, and no one could join them because everyone's in the audience.
Yeah, that's hype.
That's hype.
That's different.
That's
Peter,
different.
You've paid to be there.
On the wheelchair.
And a lot of the time,
convention.
these people have backup dancers because they know that dancing alone is not hype.
Unless they're so good.
They still usually do. Like Michael Jackson had backup dancers,
Mm.
and he was the goat.
He was
It's
pretty
true,
good
it's
dancing,
true.
I think. So I'm going to go with hype.
I'm gonna go with hype.
I'm going with hype.
So the world beats us 4-2.
I'm sticking with. I don't even know. Is it fake hype or lame? It's not even fake hype. I don't think it's cool. Lame.
I think you're just separating it though, because Peter, in any instance where it was fun and hype, you would join. So it's no longer. It's kind of
Yeah, so what's wrong with the situation? The situation doesn't make sense.
No,
I
I'm
see a
saying,
lot
like,
of let him
the
cook
question
dancing.
cannibalizes.
Yeah, I love
itself.
let them cook.
Let him cook dance. If I saw Jordan doing the puppet dance, I'm going to watch that shit.
No,
I'm
but
not going to
I
join
would
in, and I'll
probably
be loving
also
it.
join in. But does that make it not hype to be the one starting?
They do the thing
The
where you do a
dance.
circle or something.
Oh.
And the person's in the middle, you're like, "Ooh, look at him."
What if people do a
For
circle?
a whole song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
a
everyone's
dance
like,
circle.
They're crazy.
And it's just Puppet doing the...
For a whole song.
That's hype as fuck.
That is not hype. That is
That's
unhinged.
pretty hype, actually.
That's so hype.
Wait, but
we
we
move
were
on?
we were at a wedding, and Peter went into the middle of a dance circle and did a backflip.
Yeah, that's so.
and he just
That wasn't a whole song.
And then you leave. And then and someone else joins in. You're still dancing with
imagine
other
a
people.
world where you
Stand
get
there.
But
If the
backflipping
dance
for
floor was
the whole
empty and I
song.
walk into the middle of the dance floor, do a backflip and start doing the Melbourne Shuffle, I look like an insane
That's
person.
fucking
Nah,
awesome.
that's
No, it's
sick.
not.
That is sick. You should have just backflipped the whole song,
and I
kept
would have,
going,
and I absolutely would have let you cook, and I would have thought it was
and you would have
hype.
kept momentum as
I
well.
think the goal of dancing by yourself is to make other people dance.
That is not my goal.
Well, that I think is. I can't come.
I think Jackson's an alien. I think you keep cook. Go on, Zach. Cook.
We got two aliens here.
No, that's it. It was just
Oh.
like dancing by yourself should lead to other people dancing, and if it doesn't, there is probably something wrong.
with the situation or your dance moves or something. That's why it's wigging me out.
But I think the choice to be like, you know what, I'm gonna dance to this song, even if no one else is. I think that choice is hype.
Okay.
So hype.
I find arguing about something so benign and pointless so funny, but everyone's so like stuck in their position.
Yeah, I'm dying on this hill. Like, for sure.
I'm never gonna say that's hype.
Should we go straight onto the segment? Unless anyone else has something interesting.
Oh, we'll stop in somewhere else for something.
I'm trying to think. Do you guys have any situations where you want to know if it's hype or fake hype? All right, here's one.
Go on.
Playing Ultimate Frisbee.
Hype.
It's the same thing
Hype.
with dancing. Like, if you're having fun,
Playing it by
and,
yourself,
like,
though.
you're enjoying it.
Yeah, the Millhouse. Throw the Frisbee to yourself.
That is like.
That is lame.
Yeah.
All right.
But you guys got one?
Did you think we would all say lame?
No, I
You
think
get
that
bullied?
legitimately a lot of people do think that though. Like, it's not really respected as a sport by a lot of people. So like, it's not.
We're probably the wrong people to ask. Though,
It's not. Yeah, I know
because
you guys have
played it.
actually given it a crack.
Which
but
means we're the right people to ask.
I've been having this. Yeah, if you want to get in the echo chamber, yeah, you are the right people to ask.
No, but like that just means people judging it don't even know what
They
it
didn't
is.
judge the book by its cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was watching Community last night. Actually, Jackson.
Yeah. They have an ultimate frisbee roast.
Yeah, and then it's like this stoner guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I did community service by teaching Ultimate Frisbee." I'm like, man, people don't respect it. That's crazy.
As soon as you know anything about something, then it's cooler.
Yeah, that's,
lot of the
I think that's
time.
generally true.
Yeah.
Learning fake hype.
No,
or
but
hype?
sometimes you learn more about things and it's like way more shit.
Like what?
Like if you look into what you're like, oh, Andrew Tate doesn't seem very nice. Then you like listen to more of the stuff he says. You're like, oh, he's fucking terrible.
Yeah, World War, Hitler sounds as bad,
You
even
like-
worse than I thought.
Like I don't think if you look
yeah,
into
genocide.
yeah,
Oh, okay, but
If you
yeah,
look into, like,
something that people
anti-Semites, then
enjoy.
you're like-
we have kind of intentionally.
now that I learned a little
Misconstrue
bit
his
more
point.
about this fascism, I think I might be on board.
You're talking
Oh,
about something positive. You're like,
gonna
oh,
shave my
Yeah.
head.
oh, fish. They're
Oh,
kind
like
of, I
if
guess,
Andrew Tate's thing
interesting.
is positive.
No,
So then if you
you're
look
going
into
into
it
it
more-
thinking it's. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
I'm only asking about this not out of a place of insecurity, but out of a place of like, if it's not that cool, I'm totally fine with that because I still enjoy it.
I mean, you did competitive Smash, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you
It's
which
a-
one's cooler.
I was having this humility kick the other day, and I was just like, am I way less cool than I think? And the answer is
Yes.
probably yes. But I was like, to what degree? Because okay, here's a take for you. I can say easily that I played national level Ultimate Frisbee, right? Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I am so much less of a sports person than someone who plays national level soccer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like that is not the flex that it may sound like to someone. Do you get what I
Yes.
mean? Like I understand what that means to me. But if someone who doesn't know anything about the level of Ultimate Frisbee hears that, they're like,
Oh, they
does he think he's real good?
They think you're trying
Is
to
he real
flex,
good?
but you're actually just like
I'm actually just saying
"I
the
do
level I
this,"
play.
and you know that it's not like insane.
It's not a big flex at all. It's just like it is
but
what
it does.
is.
It does sound like you're flexing.
Yeah,
when
but
you
I'm
say
not.
Play national
Nothing
level.
sounds like a flex to you, I don't think.
Yeah,
At least
this
to me, like I'll be like, for example, when people ask me about YouTube, I'm like, oh, only 40,000. They're like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, oh, I guess because where I exist, I don't feel like that's a lot.
yeah.
Actually, this might be kind of funny in relation to that, because when we were talking about frisbee recently, 'cause Jackson's trying to make a team that will not get made.
I think Sophie's sort of running that
it
one.
starts
anyway.
next week. She's not.
The team is dead.
So I was talking to Maddie just about frisbee. Can't remember how it came up, but she said like, oh, like aren't Peter and Sophie like really fucking good? Because Sophie said that they like play at the like Olympic level. Because Sophie said something. She was like talked about frisbee world championships, right? And she said like, oh, it's like the Olympics of frisbee.
Yeah.
And so Maddie was like, oh my god, like is Sophie really like, oh, not like Olympic level, but she was just like, oh, I'm going to be way worse than them, so I hope they don't mind me being like real
Yeah.
shit. Also, she doesn't want to play though. But like,
This
her
team.
point was that like the Olympic level,
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
sounded
it's
like-
not like that, but it's like the way you describe it, somebody doesn't understand. They just don't know how to understand you.
because it is like, yeah, the world championships
Because
of
most
frisbee.
things you know would be that
It's the
level is
highest
higher.
level. It's
the
the
Olympics
highest level.
is the world championships
it's
of
like-
shot put,
yeah.
you know?
It's
Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm like,
So technically correct, but Sophie might be a bit of an oversell on that one.
yeah. I'm like, so like through people not understanding me, do I come across as way less cool than I think I do?
No, you
Accidentally.
come across as cooler than you think you do.
Yeah.
I-
it's
I
a
could-
complicated thought.
Yeah,
I couldn't
it's
tell you
interesting.
because I think I know too much about you.
Yeah.
But like as a first impression, who knows?
I also
You
don't
might.
know how cool you think you are, really.
Yeah.
Only you know that.
Too cool, I think. I think I need I'm on the humility grind
No,
now.
I think you've become
Sure.
quite humble.
No, thanks.
Humble king.
Still a long way to go. Because here's
I don't think you were ever not humble. I don't know why I said became.
no, I think so because it's like it's so difficult
Yeah.
to be a YouTuber and stay humble. It sounds really dumb. It sounds so stupid, and I know it sounds really stupid, but like it's so hard to keep it real when you have thousands of people like commenting on videos being like, this was awesome. It's like you have to make a conscious effort to keep it real, which is not something I had to do when I, let's say, just worked at the trampoline place.
Because you get humbled every day.
I had to gas myself up to not lose confidence. Now it's like a switch you have to make. And it's like, it sounds arrogant, I guess.
No, I think you can gas yourself up.
But I don't need to gas. I need to gas myself
Fuck
down
it, bro.
now.
Nah, just gas yourself up.
I don't
Suffering from success.
know. Do you guys get this?
No, 100%. And
And we
I'll
have
add to that because I've had a similar thing recently. Doing these like more real life videos. When I go to like the skate park and rollerblades, or like when I'm going to this festival and like trying to film in the mosh pit, I'm trying to keep myself very conscious of like I hate YouTubers that like go up and annoy people in public.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm try to be overly conscious of that so that I never get like what is it called? Like out of touch.
Yeah.
Is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, if you think
And
you're
then I
above
like
everyone.
yeah, I was telling like Maddie, like if I ever do something and I just like seem like a really out of touch YouTuber, like please pull me up on it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But it's
good.
like I try to do that for myself, but I'm like, if you ever think that, please.
It's true.
Is that you're pleading to us as well?
Kind of, yeah.
You haven't got there yet.
But it's like, and I don't think like, and I think you can go out in public and do that stuff without being like an out of touch
100%.
YouTuber. But I think there's also a lot of people that just do not, they like lose their social fucking scope.
Well, it's like the people, the YouTuber is like, I went to the poorest country in the world. It's like, do you see how like out of touch you look? Like this is crazy.
It's funny you
That is
guys,
the extreme of it. Yeah.
yeah.
you two at the hotel video like had that immediate realization about how like that when you walked into the
So awkward.
the what's it called?
Oh,
The
the
hostel.
hostel.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
we
I
did
couldn't
the, like-
talk then.
Yeah, the $1 verse.
Yeah.
However much hotel stay.
Oh, because like if we went in there and then we were like filming and we were like, lol, look
Yeah.
at these people. How do they live like
Yeah,
this?
which is why I think a lot of that kind of content can easily become.
Yeah.
it could have became.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, the point is I've got to show like the discrepancies between these two things.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least for us, we checked in. We were like, yeah, fun video idea. And then as soon as we like walked into the room with all these bunks and like there were people trying to sleep during the day,
Yeah.
we were like, oh, let's not film anything in
Yeah,
here.
yeah. That's what I mean. I
So
feel
at least
that
like
you
yeah,
have
that was
Keep it
the
real.
cutoff point for
Yeah.
us. Whereas a lot of people would have been like going up like, oh, look at these bunks. Oh, the mattress is so uncomfortable.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we do keep it real, but I've now become conscious that I need to keep doing that. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
that's
like
good.
I think I've gone off the deep end of just being like an out of touch douche, but it's like you do need to keep yourself in check.
The
and
hardest part
that's hard.
for that is when someone does put you in check and you're like, are they just hating now? Or
Yeah.
is that valid? You know, all that kind of thing. Like when one of my only video that's got like over 100,000 has like 4 negative comments, whereas the rest of them are so small that it's like none, right?
Yeah.
And the same with the Underdogs, we get a lot of positive comments because it's not really reaching people that are Underdogs fans most of the time.
Yeah.
So like we don't really get negative comments. And when you do, you have to be like, is that real? Or is that just someone being a hater?
Yeah, identifying what's a hater versus what's a constructive comment is
Yeah.
like so difficult.
Yeah.
And some people in comments make it quite easy
Yeah.
by being eloquent.
Yeah.
But that's not the average YouTube comment.
No.
Like I had one of my most recent video, which was my video essay one that we were talking about earlier. And this person being like, love the video, but come on, Smash is really old now. You need to branch out. Or like I stopped playing Smash in 2020.
Wow.
Like you need to branch out. You've got the audience to do it. Like you've got enough people to give it a try. So you really got to branch out. And it was like a negative comment, but they put it in a really, and I replied to it. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's hard because of this reason, but I am going to try. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, that is the perfect negative comment because it's like, it's not just like this sucked.
Yeah, that's not helpful. I didn't find this funny. Great.
It's okay.
There's a lot of people that like they'll have those negative comments, but then like sometimes you can tell it's trying to come from a nice place, but they just like vomit the first like wording of it out onto their keyboard.
Yeah.
And then like those are the ones that like if you reply to and
They're like,
maybe
"Oh
like
my
have
God,
a
I'm so
response
sorry."
to, they do a massive backtrack.
Yeah.
Because they must actually like you. They would double down if they were actually a hater.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes you can kind of tell it's coming from a place of love. They've just worded it so badly.
And also that often comes when people forget they're talking to a person.
Yeah.
And then when you reply, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, this isn't just into the ether. This is towards someone.
Yeah.
They actually read this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Comments are interesting. And I also find that concept interesting. Yeah, because I feel like when I used to work at Woolworths, well, I still do, but all the time, you get humbled by people 24/7. That's kind of your job.
Yeah.
Whereas, now you don't.
So now that you're not at Woolies, that head
Yeah.
is going to get big.
Yeah, I'll expect some arrogant thoughts and feelings from myself.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's like something that you need to actually be conscious of if you do something where people are gassing you up or they think you're good. And that's why it's so impressive when these actors come across as just cool dudes and humble people in
Yeah.
interviews, because they are like 50 leagues above us in terms of popularity and the number of people gassing them up.
Yeah.
Like
Do you reckon
orders of
Do you
magnitude.
reckon actors are actually
Maybe they're acting.
cool dudes, or maybe they're acting?
Oh, they're just such good actors.
No,
they're
no,
good
I'm
at coming
kind of
across.
serious. Like people that are pretty universally liked, like let's say Ryan Reynolds. You know, do you think he's actually chill?
It would be so hard to stay chill if you're Ryan fucking Reynolds.
You would have access to very good therapists, so I think would.
Can you imagine? Yeah, but like you could
just
even
have a
get away with
therapist
being a
that-
douche.
Oh yeah, you can, of course.
What
It'd
if
be
do you
so
reckon
difficult.
famous people could hire someone that just like fucking has an hour of like telling them their shit?
The keep it
To humble
real.
them?
Keep it
Yeah.
real.
I think that might be a job I should look into. I might start a business.
I think that's like a therapist, a good therapist, does it without being like you are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like you should consider this. Or
Maybe I
but
won't do
probably
this.
a lot of them have therapists.
you stink.
Your nose is slightly asymmetrical, you mug.
Never forget that. No matter
Hey
how much
Ryan,
money
welcome
you have.
back. How's your week been? Pretty shit. It looks like you haven't shaved. You look like a bit of a mess.
Are you
What
doing
is
all
that
right, dude?
outfit? Did your stylist quit?
Yeah, fuck me.
And it's another 59 minutes of that.
They don't get to talk. Oh.
He's get taken down a peg, professional peg taker downer.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Brilliant.
wonder how many of those people do have therapists. Probably a lot now.
Most.
I feel like it's become a more
Famous
common
people?
thing. Yeah.
oh, almost all of them, I would think.
Which is good.
Yeah. Everyone should try it once.
They live crazy lives. It's like not a normal thing to live, so you probably wouldn't
Your
need
brain's probably like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
It would be really hard to keep.
It'd be like the equivalent of being like a king of like, I don't know. Like even if you were the king of your tribe back in the day, it's like 200 people or something.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
inequality in today's society is much greater than it would have been back then.
Yeah.
So like it's like you are like the elite class.
That's crazy.
Should we move on?
We're like kings.
Yeah.
We're like kings.
Brilliant. Anyway,
I think Jordan, we're more like nobles.
No. I'm saying.
I said we should move on just a fraction too
Mr.
late.
Beast is the king.
Jordan
There's
got
the Mr.
well
Beast
like
reference.
No, I'm saying that what you're
Mr.
experiencing,
Beast
what
isn't a
we
king,
are
he's
all
God.
individually, what we're all individually experiencing in our brains is like unfathomable king levels of worship.
Dude, this is what I found weird about streaming, though, for real.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to say humble, because it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird.
Like obviously we're not, but I'm saying for our brains, like if we go back 3,000 years ago, the amount of admiration we get if we like live streamed
Having
would never
100
be
viewers
possible.
is, imagine you go into the town
That's
square.
what I'm
100
saying.
people gather around you and you're like, watch me play video games. It's not right.
exactly.
It's not normal.
Today
fucked
I
up.
will spin this wheel.
Yeah, Jordan's the jester.
Herd 50 cattle. I guess we'll be doing that for the next hour. Come on, everyone.
Follow me to the field.
Be sure to donate if you enjoy.
Oh no, step in cow shit.
Dude, you need to make this skit, Jackson.
This is too confusing.
2,000 like streamers in the year zero.
That's a good concept.
Streamers, and then it's
That's
just like,
actually. Why don't we make that sketch on the Underdogs channel?
I don't have 100 friends.
No, we don't need 100 people. We'll just use digital cloning of us three.
Oh yeah. Can you
Green
just
screen
imagine?
I'm
replicating.
learning After Effects.
This is a great skit
Was
idea.
Jesus Christ the first
We should write this.
Streamer.
content creator?
Yeah. And the Bible's just merch.
And he streamed from his tablet.
I think we solved it.
his description was the commandments on the stone.
Brilliant.
I wonder what would happen to XQC if he didn't stream for 3 days.
Comes back to
my
life.
God.
He took a break for his, what is it, burnout? He got burnout, took
Yeah.
a 3-day break, and then came back.
Came back better
Oh,
and more
gee.
motivated to inspire people.
That is great. I think well, one tip, hanging out with people that aren't impressed by your YouTube
Yes,
is good.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
on this thing.
Oh, because you've been
Because
playing
Frisbee's
Frisbee?
back,
Yeah,
and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
funny.
I love having friends like that.
Oh, it's great.
And they
do not
know
care.
that Frisbee Nationals, usually that's your flex.
Yeah.
But they know that it's not as
Your
impressive.
two flexes are down.
Legitimately, I'm on the bottom end of the team in terms of skill level. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, I
that's
thought you
why
were
I'm on
gonna
this
say, like,
train.
in terms of popularity.
But yeah, see, I haven't really
No
made
comment.
many.
Yeah, probably do.
I haven't made that many new friends since doing YouTube, so it's like they don't care because it's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like anyone that knew you before, it's
Yeah.
not like impressive.
Mm.
But I have made new friends since YouTube, and they also don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
just the
good.
way you present it.
Yeah. I think having friends like that is good because you can get a good
Surely.
idea. If they don't want to hang out with you, then you're probably doing something wrong.
I got a segment.
Go on.
Zach's Spotify news.
Brilliant.
New song on Spotify, Landorus T. From my 5 easy ways to beat your friends at Pokemon. So make sure you check that out on Spotify, please, guys, and also this podcast.
Jordan,
on
we got
Spotify.
to plug something. Peter got
plug
an
something?
advertisement.
Peter got a fucking whole segment. Can we do a whole segment about mine?
Nah.
So it doesn't
Nah.
feel like such
You
a
just said it
plug
was a
that I've
segment.
tacked it onto the end of the podcast.
Okay, we'll talk about yours more.
No, we don't have.
When you said Zach Spotify, I thought you meant it was going to be something like, Travis Scott's new album is breaking records or something because
it's not
that
general
came out.
music news.
No, it's
Do you
not
want me
just
to find that?
No. I'm just giving
I
you a
like
bit more
the
screen
segment
time.
the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a bit more screen time. I'm just
thank
expanding.
you.
You're welcome.
Become a member on my channel.
Or become one of mine. It's $1.
Oh, mine's 4 times as
And while
better
you're
content,
watching
though.
Jackson's stream, make sure to stream Landorus T on Spotify.
And check out Peter's video.
And yeah, subscribe to me. It's free. I don't have members.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening this week. How long have we been going?
Thanks so much for listening to Landorus T
We
on
go
Spotify.
for a while, right?
An hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Also, subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
Follow on Spotify, Apple Music. Leave an Apple review. Should we pop a pirate? Should we do anything like that?
I think we'll save
Nah,
the
save
Mario
the
popping
popping.
for next week because
All
we'll
right.
have the Apple reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, if your review on Apple Podcasts is 5 stars and if it's funny or interesting enough, we'll pop a Mario for you.
Unfortunately, this will release as we're recording the next one, so you won't do it, but do it for next time anyway.
No, it'll release before. On Spotify.
Ooh.
It actually will.
It actually does, yeah.
It actually
okay,
will.
okay,
So
true
if
that.
you're a Spotify listener, that's
Right
like,
now, you need to leave it in the next 24 hours, and we will read it on the next pod.
and on the off chance you're an Apple Podcast listener listening right now on Apple Podcasts, if you don't leave a review, that's just you're above
That's-
everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're below.
No, I mean like they're the first to hear it to get the chance. So you guys better be leaving the reviews.
Okay, we need to end this podcast. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anyone still listening. Everyone knows we're ending in a second.
Subscribe to my channel.
Everyone's closed.
And
but
remember to
let's-
be anti-religion. I mean, ant-religion.
Ant
What if we say
religion.
something really funny at the end so people will feel like
All right,
it's
Jordan's going to do that for us.
Press
Wow.
Press the button. End it.